Same paycheck, two completely different financial lives, and the gap comes down to one habit. Daniel earns $71,000 a year and has had the same $400 saved for 3 years. Mike earns less than Daniel, but has quietly built $42,000 over that same time. It's not luck or intelligence. Mike simply does one thing daily that Daniel has never tried. Ask Daniel what he spent yesterday and he can't answer. Ask Mike and he answers instantly. That instant answer is the whole difference. One small daily habit Daniel has never built. Daniel isn't lazy. He just treats money the way most people do, only once a month. Mike treats money completely differently, every day, not once a month, and that changes everything. Monthly budgets and yearly goals move too slowly to actually build a real daily routine for financial freedom. Mike thinks in days, not months, 24 hours at a time, repeated until results appear. Daniel has downloaded 3 budgeting apps this year. Every single one got abandoned by week 3. Mike's system takes less time than brushing his teeth, and he's never once abandoned it. This video reveals the exact system Mike has quietly run for years to get here. This is why some people escape money stress for good, no matter what they earn. It all starts with one number most people have never actually calculated for themselves. Take your yearly savings, divide by 365, that's what you pay yourself daily. For most people, that daily number sits between $0 and $15, sometimes negative. Daniel's real number, if he calculated it, would land right around 0. Mike's daily number is around $40, earned on a smaller salary than Daniel's. $14,000 a year feels impossible, but $40 a day feels completely manageable. Big yearly goals feel crushing, small daily actions feel doable, and doable actually repeats. Mike didn't learn this from a guru. He built it watching his own father struggle. His dad set the same New Year's resolution every year, forgotten again by March. Mike promised himself a daily habit instead, small enough that skipping it felt strange. Daniel has repeated the same yearly goal for 3 years, and it never survives real life. A yearly plan has to survive 52 weeks. Most don't make it past week 6. A daily habit only has to survive until tomorrow, which is a far easier promise. Reviewing spending once a month, Daniel can't remember why he bought half of it. Daily money habits work because the memory of each purchase is still fresh. Another forgotten subscription just charged Daniel again. It happens almost every single month. Mike caught the same kind of charge last week, but caught it the very next morning. Daniel isn't failing because he doesn't care. He's using a system built to fail. Mike isn't more disciplined. His system just makes discipline barely necessary at all. What follows is the exact 5-habit system Mike built piece by piece over the years. None of these habits take long. Together, less time than one episode of a show. Every morning, before anything else, Mike does one 60-second habit that shapes his whole day. He checks 3 numbers only: checking balance, total debt, investment balance, nothing else. Daniel hits snooze twice and checks social media first, never his own bank account. He calls it the 60-second check-in. No stress, just information like checking the weather. Daniel avoids his balance because it stresses him. Avoidance just makes the number worse. Numbers seen every day feel important to your brain, even without conscious thought. Daniel's numbers feel distant, seen once a month. Distant numbers don't shape decisions. Mike's numbers stay close, checked just hours ago, and that closeness quietly guides choices. Mike still treats himself sometimes. His morning numbers just nudge every choice gently. Daniel feels no nudge at all. His last number check was 3 weeks ago. Checking once a month feels like a chore. Checking daily feels automatic and brief. A low balance alert hits Daniel mid-meeting, the only time all month he's looked. Mike's numbers never surprise him. He's already seen them coming for days. The stress isn't really the number itself. It's being blindsided by something predictable. After weeks of daily check-ins, the numbers stop feeling emotional and just become information. Daniel finally opens his banking app tonight, dreading exactly what he might see. The number is worse than expected. Avoidance never protects you. It only delays the pain. Mike wakes up and repeats the same 60-second habit he's run for over a year. Something about last night sticks. Daniel sets an alarm to finally look, not hide. This is the exact first step Mike took years ago, before anything else changed. 60 seconds, 3 numbers, no plan required. That's the entire first habit. It's uncomfortable at first, but that discomfort fades faster than most people expect. 1 habit down. This 60 seconds is about to change his entire day. Habit 2 is where Mike built his automatic savings system. He calls it the first hour transfer. Money flows through your life daily. Income arrives, expenses leave. Most people just watch it happen. Daniel saves whatever's left at month's end. Most months, that number lands at 0. Mike flips the order completely, capturing money first before spending ever touches it. Years ago, he set 1 automatic daily transfer into a savings account he never touches. The amount started small, just $10 a day, small enough to never notice. Daniel tried 1 big monthly transfer once. It bounced twice from a low balance. A big monthly transfer creates a visible dip. A small daily one barely moves anything. Small, invisible daily transfers slide right past the brain's natural resistance to loss. Daniel cancelled his own monthly transfer again, the 4th time this year alone. Mike's daily transfer doesn't care what day his paycheck lands, it just moves. After a year, that's 365 small deposits. The habit becomes part of him. $10 daily beats what most Americans save in a year, which is often nothing. As his income grew, Mike raised the daily amount slightly every few months. Small increases nobody notices quietly compound into a much larger daily number. Tonight, Daniel sets his own transfer, not $300, just $5 a day. $5 a day beats the 0 he's saved for the last 3 years. Mike didn't build his wealth from 1 big decision, just thousands of invisible transfers. His first transfer went through without issue. He barely even noticed it leave. A small win, but small wins, repeated daily, are exactly how Mike built his savings. This 1 habit alone can build wealth from nothing without needing a higher income. His balance is still small, but for the first time it's moving daily, not stuck. Capture first, spend second. That's habit 2, and it runs completely on its own. Every evening, Mike spends 2 minutes reviewing his spending. No guilt, just pattern recognition. For each purchase, he asks 1 question. Was this intentional or was it reactive? Reviewing once a month, Daniel couldn't remember why he bought half of it. Reviewing tonight, Mike still remembers exactly what he felt during each purchase today. He remembers skipping the vending machine today, realizing he wasn't hungry, just bored. Daniel bought from his own vending machine 3 times this week without ever noticing. Weeks of nightly reviews revealed Mike's real trigger: boredom, not actual hunger. Daniel is ordering delivery out of boredom right now, and he doesn't even realize it. Once Mike spotted his trigger, he kept a book by the couch instead of his phone. Tonight, Daniel tries his own nightly ledger, forcing himself to look at each transaction. 2 coffees, 1 impulse, lunch out, planned. The pattern is finally visible. Monthly budgets fight spending with willpower. This daily review just builds awareness first. Scroll, notice, categorize. The entire nightly ledger takes about 2 minutes total. His first review wasn't comfortable, but it wasn't as painful as he expected either. Not every money problem looks like Daniel's. Carla makes decent money too and still struggles. Her closet looks impressive. Her savings account tells a very different hidden story. The nightly ledger isn't about restriction. It's about knowing the truth before it's a crisis. 3 days in, Daniel spots something. He spends reactively right after checking social media. He moves the shopping apps off his home screen, adding just enough friction to pause. Mike made the same kind of change years ago after spotting store windows as his trigger. Small habits don't need to be dramatic. They just need to interrupt the pattern. By week's end, his impulse column is noticeably shorter than it was on day 1. 2 minutes a night, no guilt required. That's habit 3, protecting what you build. Every day, Mike spends 15 minutes learning something that raises his ability to earn. Daniel spends the same 15 minutes on entertainment, building nothing he can use tomorrow. No course needed. 15 minutes reading, studying negotiation, or a skill all counts. Your income is really the market value of your skills, and skills can always grow. Picture two people at 25. One relaxes nightly, one learns 15 minutes daily. 10 years later, one person has grown almost 900 hours of extra skill. Daniel just watched a co-worker get promoted over him after years without a new skill. Mike just got handed more responsibility, quietly earned through a year of daily learning. That missed promotion is Daniel's wake-up call to finally start his own learning habit. Mike started small too. 15 minutes of an industry podcast during his commute. Tonight, Daniel swaps music for a short lesson. 15 minutes, no extra time needed. This one habit, repeated daily, quietly builds the gap between staying stuck and moving up. The topic matters less than consistency. Daily learning always compounds into real value. Daniel starts jotting one useful thing he learns each day to help it stick. A year of daily learning made Mike the person who understands the details others miss. 1 week in, conversations at work already feel a little easier for Daniel now. 15 minutes daily over 20 years adds up to roughly a full year of learning. Daniel isn't reinventing himself overnight, just investing 15 minutes in who he'll become. Some days, Mike's 15 minutes is a book, a video, or just one good conversation. Daniel asks a senior co-worker for advice, small, deliberate, and completely outside his comfort zone. Mike protects this 15 minutes like a meeting, non-negotiable, which is why it survives. Daniel blocks the same 15 minutes tonight, treating it like a real appointment now. 15 minutes, any topic, total consistency. The final habit ties everything together next. Before bed, Mike spends 3 minutes planning tomorrow, the habit tying everything together. He writes tomorrow's spending decisions, likely triggers, and one clear intention for the day. Daniel wakes up and reacts to whatever the day throws at him. No plan at all. Vague intentions evaporate by 9 a.m., but specific plans survive a busy day. Tonight's plan says pack lunch, skip the coffee run, transfer before checking email. Daniel decides on the spot this morning, and rushed decisions default to the expensive option. Mike decides nothing this morning. Last night already made the decision for him. Daniel buys lunch again out of convenience, a small cost that repeats almost daily. Evening planning isn't really about lunch. It removes decisions before stress makes them. Daniel tries this tonight. One plan, pack lunch before bed, nothing left to decide. It feels small, almost silly, but small decisions are exactly what derail daily habits. Deciding exactly when, where, and how ahead of time makes follow-through far more likely. This morning, Daniel grabs what he packed and walks out with zero debate. Mike's evening plan also picks tomorrow's learning topic, so no time gets wasted deciding. Daniel adds the same step tonight. Tomorrow's topic is already chosen and ready. Without meaning to, Daniel has slowly rebuilt a version of Mike's entire system. 3 minutes nightly can save hours of decisions and prevent real reactive spending. His reactive spending column is smaller than it's been in years, and it shows. These habits aren't complicated alone. The power comes from running them together daily. Check-in, transfer, ledger, learning. Tonight's plan, 5 habits, 20 minutes combined. 20 minutes daily is less time than most spend deciding what to watch tonight. Weeks later, Daniel and Mike cross paths again, and Daniel's posture has quietly changed. That's all 5 habits. Next comes what running them daily actually produces over time. Let's look at the real math. The numbers matter more than any motivation speech. $15 daily at a typical 8% market return already builds real savings in year 1. By year 5, that same small daily habit builds far more than most people expect. By year 10, consistent daily capture starts producing genuinely surprising numbers over time. Across 20 years, this small daily habit alone can move into 6-figure territory. No lottery, no inheritance, just consistent daily capture and ordinary market growth. Daniel asks what happens if the daily amount grows along with his income too. Starting at 15 and rising gradually, the daily capture can reach $50 a day. That growing scenario can change what retirement or mid-career freedom actually looks like. The learning habit compounds separately, roughly a full year of extra education across a career. That learning tends to show up as promotions and raises, growing income on its own. The ledger and evening planning habits prevent real reactive spending that can flow into savings. Stack savings, learning, and prevented spending together, and the 20-year total grows substantially. The numbers still feel unreal to Daniel. Each single day never felt like much at all. That's the whole point of thinking daily. The size only becomes obvious years later. Something deeper is happening too. People who run these habits start seeing themselves differently. Months ago he saw someone bad with money. Tonight he sees someone still learning. Mike remembers when his own daily capture was $5 and felt almost pointless. Identity shapes behavior more than any tactic. Seeing yourself as a wealth builder helps. The question shifts from, can I afford this, to, does this fit who I am? Carla overhears parts of it and wonders if her problem was never really willpower. 3 different people, 3 different starting points, all beginning to build the same quiet daily system. In 2026, none of these habits need anything complicated, just a phone and consistency. A generation ago, this took paper and bank visits. Today, the barrier is just starting. Mike didn't hand Daniel a shortcut. He handed him a system that runs quietly. Same car, same paycheck, same house. What changed is what happens every single day. This daily protocol isn't for special people. It's ordinary habits repeated on ordinary days. Most people will watch this and change nothing tomorrow. A few will set an alarm. You don't need all 5 habits today. Just 1 alarm, 60 seconds, 3 numbers. A year from now, the gap between starting today and waiting for someday will be enormous.